This is Comrade TV, your voice. Mindset Change Program, where a positive mind meets right direction, is brought to you by Jaso Hotel, located in Kakowa Rwentondo, opposite BSU Faculty of Law, Mbarara City, with quality services offered, including restaurant, well-stocked bar, accommodation, gardens for all kinds of parties, such as graduation parties, birthday parties, wedding parties, among others. For more information, call 0200-926511 or 0393249038. Jaso Hotel, embrace the comfort.
Welcome to Mindset Change Program on Comrade TV. My name is Comrade Silon. We are here basically to elucidate on our agenda, and that is Mindset Change. Join me here is Duncan Tumwesje, Mindset Change activist. Duncan, nice meeting you today.
Thank you.
I'm very much humbled to have you and host you for the first time. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Thank you so much, the host, Comrade, for this kind of opportunity. To the viewers, my name is Duncan Tumwesje. Professionally, I'm being trained as a science teacher at Bishop Stewart University. I am in third year. Of course, I am a debater, I'm a debate judge, I'm a debate coach. Then, as well, I'm a leader, both in associations, in church. So, standing on those grounds today, I stand before the viewers as an activist of mindset change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Duncan. You talked of mindset change and what is the spark that ignited your passion for mindset change. Break it, mindset change. What is it all about?
Okay, thank you. Of course, as we tackle that very question,
yes,
generally we need to understand when we talk about mindset change, it inherently means that we have to understand the context in the first place. To begin with, in this, we have to understand in the first place what is a mind. Now, a mind is a set of mental processes and capabilities that influence thought, that influence cognition, that influence emotion, then that influence consciousness. That is to begin with mind. Then number two, we have mindset. And now, mindset is a collection of beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that influence individuals' understanding or perception of the world. So that is something to do with mindset, though we are going to categorize it into two as we proceed with the program. Then lastly, mindset change. Now, when we talk about mindset change, it means a fundamental shift from the understanding of somebody, the way how somebody perceives the world or understand the world, then to the other more improved understanding of perceiving the world situation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Duncan. Is it important for us to have a changed mindset in society, in real life?
Absolutely, it is. Because
yes,
the reason as to why I say that it is important, because when I was introducing myself, I told you, because being a university student,
yes,
I've been at the university for over 2.5 years. I've seen how university students perceive some of the world situations.
yes.
Then I have seen how professors, how lecturers, how entirely the community, people always understand and perceive things. Then from there, I realized that in given arenas, we need this as something that is very important, because there is something that I've actually tried to understand.
Yeah,
that perspective.
Thank you so much. It's good when you clarify in those arenas for us to understand.
Yes. Actually, modulator, before we dive into those arenas,
yes,
I would love to bring to the attention of viewers to the understanding of the word mindset. Because before we dive into those arenas, people should first understand. And when we talk about mindset,
talk about the types of mindset.
Very good.
Mindset.
That
Before we
is
dive into arenas.
very good. That is actually very important before we proceed to that. Now, When we talk about mindset, of course, we talked about mindset as a set or collection of beliefs, collection of attitudes.
Fundamental shift.
Now, that is mindset change, but we are talking about mindset now, before we go to change. Because the question is, if you are changing, you are changing from where to where. So let's first now categorize mindset in two types. And I would love to stand on the research that was made by this, he is a psychologist from Stanford University, and he's called Dr. Carol Dweck. And he defines, or he brings it to the context of understanding that we have two categories of mindset. Number one, I want to begin with a fixed mindset.
Fixed mindset.
Now,
what is it all about?
Very good. When we talk about a fixed mindset, for it is actually problematic. Now, I would bring it to the understanding of viewers by giving the features or the characteristics of somebody who has a fixed mindset. This is number one. This is someone who believes fundamental abilities like talents, they are inherent and unchangeable traits. You can imagine these are the people who doesn't believe that you can improve a talent. You get my point. They are just there. For them, they are fixed as actually the words say. Number two, these people tend to avoid challenges. You get my point.
They fear hiccups.
They fear hiccups in life. That is number two. Number three, these people give up easily. That is the third thing.
People with fixed mindset.
People with fixed mindset, they give up easily. Number four, these people view effort as fruitless. Effort.
They don't give it a try.
They don't give, that's why I told you that they give up easily. So even they look at effort as fruitless. They know that if they do work, at the end there is nothing that is going to come out as a fruit. Another thing, these people, they ignore constructive criticism.
Oh,
you see, when you give a speech or when you give your idea, people have to criticize. And we need to embrace that, though we are always criticized, but there are those criticisms that are constructive, that are positive. Thank you so much. Then lastly, these people, they are threatened by the success of others. Oh. You can imagine now someone looking at the other person succeeding in life, then he's threatened. Those are the people with fixed, they give up. So generally you realize that these features, it brings the understanding that somebody with a fixed mindset actually cannot succeed, cannot achieve. It is there, it is fixed anyway as it goes. Thank you. That is fixed. Yeah. That is the first category of a mindset. Number two, which is actually the opposite of the other one. It is called growth mindset. Now, growth mindset, who is this person with the growth mindset? Yeah. It is actually the opposite of the other. Number one, this person believes that abilities, talents, they can be improved. Wow. And you get that kind of people who believe it is possible. Very good. Like, let's say you were born a footballer, but then you can go into the pitch, you do training and improve your talent. For them, as it grows, you can grow and improve and grow. Number second, these people, for them, they embrace challenges, they persevere, the setbacks. Then they look at now these issues as platforms of opportunity.
Where there is a challenge,
very good.
They look at it.
For them, they don't fear challenges. Yes. They persevere, they have perseverance. So it means these people, actually, their minds are set to grow. Number three, these people, they learn from constructive criticism. Like when you give your idea, then when people criticize you, you should not ignore. That is, these people, that's why I'm telling you, growth mindset. They are set to grow. They don't just ignore things and go. Number four, these people, they find inspiration from other people's success. Wow. Like when they look at people succeed in life, therefore them, they get inspired. You see, for them, they are opposite to the other ones now. For them, those of fixed, they get selected. But these people with a growth mindset, for them, now, they get inspired.
Inspired.
So now you can see the gap between the two. We have people with fixed mindset, then we have people with growth mindset. The question to the viewers now is, what kind of mindset do you have as an individual?
Thank you so much, Mr. Duncan. I've realized that the sky has a lot of space for us to fly. So, for our viewers, we are going to have a short commercial break. Shortly we shall reflect on mindset change. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
This is Comrade TV, your voice. Mindset change program where a positive mind meets right direction is brought to you by Jaso Hotel located in Kakoba Lwentondo opposite BSU Faculty of Law, Mbarara City, with quality services offered including restaurant, well-stocked bar, accommodation, gardens for all kinds of parties such as graduation parties, birthday parties, wedding parties, among others. For more information, call 0200-926511 or 0393249038. Jaso Hotel, embrace the comfort.
Viewers, welcome back from the break. We were still looking at mindset change, and Mr. Duncan, we have seen types of mindset. We've seen fixed mindset, we've seen growth mindset. We have discovered people with fixed mindset, people who have growth mindset. So before we dive into the arenas, Mr. Duncan, where do you think mindset change is required or is really important in life?
Thank you so much, comrade. So, of course, the fact that we've actually understood these two categories of mindset.
Yes.
We've looked at someone with a fixed mindset, then we have looked at the other person with a growth mindset. So, as we are actually going into the commercial break, I left a question to the viewers. I was like, where do you grow? Now, this is now a call. The fact that you realize that for you are still in the other category of people with a fixed mindset, then now this is the time to shift. That's why we are here for fundamental shift. So this is the time to do what? To shift from the other kind of mindset, then you come to a growth mindset. So it is very important because actually, when you go in the communities that we live in, go in institutions, go back in our villages, everywhere, you will realize that we still have people. Actually, we not run short of people with fixed mindset.
True.
If you can look at the other characteristics that I was talking about, people who get threatened by other people's success, those people who ignore criticism, those people who don't believe in effort, so those are the people that we have, and that's why actually we stand. I will stand before the viewers for this course.
Yes. So we are looking at the arenas where mindset change is needed.
Now, when it comes to arenas,
Yes.
I can say it is a number of them. To begin with,
Yes.
education.
Education.
Because when you come to education, you realize that very many people, the way they perceive education is actually the other way around. Now, thank you for that question. Like how?
Yes.
Of recent, I posted a quotation,
Yes.
and it was given, or it was quoted by a very strong philosopher. He once said that learning begins with failure, and failure is the beginning of education. And there is someone who commented and said, no, now that one itself gives you how someone is perceiving such.
Someone with a fixed mind.
And actually, he was a university student. You can imagine. There is this philosopher is called Julian Will. He once said that education is a progressive discovery of our own ignorance. So it means where there is ignorance, you must fail in achieving a given thing. And the question is, after failing, are you going to give up as a student? Are you going to give up as someone who is ready to learn? The answer should be no. Failure is the beginning of education.
So you need to fight on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, it means someone who looks forward now to realize one, I'm ignorant. I don't know about this. It means this person should be having a growth mindset to stand and say, now I have actually realized that I'm ignorant about this. Now that one itself is a challenge. So have you seen that? So you have to come and be ready to learn. So you realize that people are perceiving. I have seen people who fail and give up. Those are the people that we are talking about. They have a fixed mindset. But today we stand before viewers to tell them that look, in the arena of education, we need to understand this. This reminds me of this quotation by this great philosopher. It's called Malcolm X. He once said that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today.
Right.
You know that people are so, but they are not getting prepared for the future.
My friend used to say, suffer today and enjoy tomorrow.
Very well.
When we're still in bright mind.
And actually, that one itself reminds me of another quotation that says that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits of education are sweet.
Wow.
So can we embrace
our
that?
teacher used to tell us that the woman the bed, the regular I get your point.
And it is true. But people, do you know that actually that day is a factory of poverty? Whereby people with fixed mindset, they dream and keep passive. You get my point? I told you that these people, they don't believe in effort.
Sitting and wish.
They sit and wish, and let me tell you, if all wishes were ourselves, we would all be driving, which is impossible. So we need to shift.
Yes. Mindset change.
That's
education. Then in another arena,
number 2, politics.
politics.
Actually, we are in a season of politics, I can say.
Yeah.
Whereby we look at very many leaders are moving up and down looking for votes. Of which I told you that I'm an article writer.
Yes.
And of recent I wrote an article which was titled "From the University to the Parliament, Students Free for Political Hygiene." I realized that somehow we need to make this politics hygiene. And I began with a statement. And I said, when a ballot can be bought at the price of a meal, how can a nation be prepared for the future? Now you can imagine, we have people who are intelligent. I'm talking about politics. But do you know that very many people vote just because how much has my friend or has a contestant given me? So we still have a problem in the electorate. People who vote, we the electorate, people who vote, our mindset is still fixed. Like we avoid the challenges. You don't have to, you are not thinking about the ideas, but you are looking at this short-term thing. 1,000
You talked of ideas, you reminded me of one scholar. He wants to remark that the problem is that Africans, that those with powers have no ideas, and those with ideas have no powers.
It is very true. Because that's why I was telling you that people will actually not vote for the people with ideas.
Yeah.
But the question is, what have you given me at this point? That's why you realize people, when they are looking for votes, that even when you give good ideas, people will ask you, thank you, you have good ideas, but at this time, what can you provide?
On table.
How much do they want? 1,000. You can imagine. Actually, let me bring this to the viewers attention. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching, I want to tell you that very many countries that are still struggling in terms of development, it is just because we have sold development our stomachs. How can you say a vote at 1,000? So roads are in our stomachs.
People need services.
People need services, but they have actually not embraced how to get services. We have to vote for people with ideas, not people with 1,000.
Because the leader is the person who can take you to a place where you have never been.
Absolutely. So that is what.
So yeah, Mr. Duncan, we've seen the area of education, politics, and another area.
Number 3, religion. Do you know that people have prioritized religious affiliations at the expense of development? A case in point. This comes to do with disunity. And let me tell you, united we stand, divided we fall. And I have realized that religious affiliations, it is one of the things that divides us. Now my question is, somebody is a Catholic, I'm an Anglican, the other one is a Muslim. But the question is, you find people they are divided at the expense of such issues. But then, when you fall sick, the injection of a Muslim is the injection of a Catholic. But they are divided. So it is a man-issue.
Yes. What could be the cause of that affiliation?
Minds.
Because people believe
like they prioritize non-issues. So it is my goal today that can we shift. Thank you so much for being a Catholic. Thank you for being an Anglican. But then when it comes to development, we should come united.
we need to unite. Unity as a group. Take group.
Absolutely. Teamwork.
So if you can look at mindset in social life,
Yes.
how about mindset?
Actually,
in social life,
this actually is a bit general.
yes.
Now to the viewers,
Yes.
you realize that social capital in this world is the best way to go. Social capital. Like, you are very curious and enthusiastic to socialize with others. But you realize that the number of things are dividing us and they are non-issues when it comes to development. Then for me, I support this one, you support this. Go into families.
You can't walk alone.
Or recently had primary elections of a given party.
Yes.
Very many families had issues. Why? You support the other one, I support. You support A, I support B.
The lady,
Non-issues are causing havoc into communities. So, socially, this is a call to our viewers and to us that we need to look at how things should go if we are to develop. Actually, socially now, politically and economically, if this country is to move forward, this is the time, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, to understand that we should have a fundamental shift. We need to accept constructive criticism such that where you realize that the way you perceive the world is actually not the real thing, and therefore you must accept yourself to change. Now, a fundamental change. That is my message, actually. Yes.
so
This is my appeal.
yes.
As I come to advocate for a fundamental change, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us, this is a call that we need to accept constructive criticism. When you give your idea, lend an ear to someone who has criticized you so that you will understand that maybe the way I was perceiving this, it is not the same. As I conclude, let me quote the words of Professor Piero who once said, he said that the mind is the standard of a human being. No matter how short you are, if your mind does not work well, then you are a short fool. He proceeded and said, no matter how tall you are, if your mind does not work well, then you are a tall fool. And therefore, this is my appeal to the viewers, that let us prioritize about making our mind standing still so that the entire universe will surrender. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Duncan. I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to have you today. And to our esteemed viewers, let's focus on mindset change. I've realized that we are still poor because of our mindset. And not forgetting that we are still continuing this mindset change program, looking at different aspects. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Comrade TV. Behind the lens, I had Big Josh. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.